Hi, I'm Ric Burnley, editor of Kayak Angler Magazine, and I'm here today with some PFDs that we tested for the spring issue of the magazine. I figured I'd go over them with you a little bit more information than we were able to include in the article. And you know, this is a great year again for kayak anglers. So many products are coming out specifically designed for kayak fishing, for kayaks, and you know, the specific needs that we have. And this year's no exception. This collection is no exception. I guess start off, you know, there's a wide variety of PFDs for different needs and different uses. A lot of anglers, of course, are using a inflatable PFD, which is a great choice. They're light, they're low profile. You don't even notice you have it on all day long. This is the M24 by Onyx, and it's a good solid inflatable PFD. We like that it has this neoprene padding at the collar to keep it from rubbing on you. That's one of the places that these inflatables oftentimes bother you, is rubbing behind the neck. And it also has a window down here so that you can monitor the CO2 cartridge and make sure that it's always charged. You don't have to take it apart. You just look through that window every time you go and make sure it's charged. And since you need to have a PFD on every time you fish, a lot of tournaments are requiring a PFD. These inflatables make a great choice, especially if you're not carrying anything in your pockets or anything like that. You just need something that you can wear and rely on. Now, this is a manual inflate PFD. It means you have to pull this yellow cord to get it to blow up. There's also, this model also comes in an automatic inflate one where it detects the water and inflates the PFD automatically as soon as you hit the water. And great choice, again, if you're just looking for something lightweight and low profile to take on the water and have in case something goes wrong and wear all the time. So that's a nice thing about these inflatables, the M24 by Onyx. This is a classic, one of the first best PFDs. This is Astral's, that was made for fishing. This is Astral's Ronny Fischer PFD, and you can see we got the bright green one. It also comes in camouflage color if you're a hunter, and real no-nonsense kind of layout. This is one of the PFDs that has a more low-profile front, not as many pockets, but just enough for what you need. I like that it's made out of this heavy Cordura material here, puncture-proof, rip-proof, and also the pockets, two big pockets in the front, and when you open either one of the big pockets up, when you open the big pockets up, it opens up into kind of like a tray, and then there's like a felt material here that you can stick things to, Velcro kind of stuff too, and stick small hooks in and such like that. So, and then a smaller pocket on the front of that, and the other side does the same thing, folds forward. This one actually has a fold-out beverage holder. It's about big enough to hold your can. And other attachments and such like that. Another thing that makes this PFD unique is it's it does have a full back to it, but it's got this channeled vent on the back that has mesh in it to improve airflow. A lot of these kayaks today have these frame seats that come up high on your back, and so this keeps the airflow and keep it a little bit cooler. And plus, it's on the inside. It's got this mesh material on the inside that also improves airflow. The foam is sectioned and carved to fit around you and to be comfortable like that. And then the other interesting feature about this that sets this PFD apart from any other that we've tested or seen is it has a fold-out hood in the back of the PFD. So if you get caught in the rain, or if your hat blows off and it's a sunny day and you want to keep that sun off of you, this high-vis hood, and again, great visibility at night or in a rescue situation, pops right out of the collar of the PFD. Always there when you need it. And again, this is the Ronny Fischer by Astral Designs. Continuing on the continuum, this is a hybrid PFD, and what that means is it gets some of its flotation from foam, inherent flotation from foam, but then it also has an inflatable air bladder that when you need extra flotation or you're going to be in the water for longer than you want to be, you pull the cord and it inflates the air bladder, and then you get full flotation. This is the Chimera by Mustang, and it just came out this year. In fact, this is a prototype, but they are in production. They're out now. And you know, we've been wearing it all fall, and it's a great opportunity. The nice thing about these hybrids is, again, if you go in the water, you get a little bit extra flotation to make it easier to stay afloat, figure out what you're going to do, and then the nice thing about them is getting back into the kayak is a lot easier because you don't have this big puffy PFD sticking out the front of you trying to climb back into the kayak over top the PFD. You can actually get in the way. This makes it easier because you can see there's nothing on the front of it except for one pouch that's just big enough to fit your cell phone. You know, you'll have a little bit extra flotation, but also it doesn't get in the way when you're trying to get back into the kayak. So this is actually what I use, especially in the summertime. I use a hybrid PFD just for that reason, and this is, like I said, brand new, the Chimera by Mustang Survival. Coming back to the back row here, I guess we'll start on the right hand side. This is MTI's Calcutta. I think this is like the most inexpensive PFD that we tested, and but it still has great features. This is also kind of cool because it's a one size fits all, universal sized PFD, and they achieve that. You can see with these adjustment straps on the shoulders and two long adjustment straps on the sides. This is a great PFD. For a guest or as a backup PFD, you know, this is kind of like a perfect second PFD. You can also get it, of course, it's a perfectly functioning kayak PFD and very comfortable for whatever needs you have. But again, you know, if you're looking to get a second one, or you know, one for the wife, or something that will fit anybody, you can just have in the garage all the time. This is a great choice. And you know, ripstop nylon, some large pockets in the front. It's got clips instead of a zipper to close it up. But you know, super adjustable and a nice utilitarian PFD. This is the Calcutta by MTI. Another kind of classic, it's been out a couple years, but you know, probably one of the more popular PFDs is NRS's Chinook. You see this all over the place. Really popular PFD with kayak fishermen. This is one of the ones that has a mesh, the high flotation high on the back with mesh on the lower part to fit into a high back seat, which I really like. And then on the front, you know, not so many pockets that they're getting in the way, but you know, enough to hold the big tools that you might have, and you know, attachment points and such like that. The cool thing about this one too is how adjustable it is. It's got three straps on each side to adjust the sides, and then you know, the zippered front. One thing we like about this one too is that the foam is you know, carved, and it actually will mold to your body. The more you wear it, the more this foam will bend and really mold to your own body shape, and that makes it super comfortable. And again, you see this on a lot of guys and girls kayak fishing, and there's a good reason why. It's time tested and definitely water approved. This is NRS's Chinook. And then one of the ones we're most excited about for this year, just coming out, is the Leviathan by Koch Attack. And as usual, it's way over designed, as Koch Attack does. And you know, this company's from the Pacific Northwest, where you know, it gets cold and rainy all the time, and you can tell in their products they're always built for, you know, kind of nasty weather. And this is a perfect example. This PFD has not only does it have like a soft neoprene liner inside of it, but it also has hand warmer pockets in here behind the front pockets that come in real handy on a cold night. Speaking of pockets, if you want pockets, this is your kayak PFD. This thing has got 14 pockets on the front of it, and you know, this is real popular, especially again in the Pacific Northwest, but all over the place, where you know, kayakers may use their boat to get to the fishing grounds and then get out and wade, or you know, walk around to where they're fishing, and that way you can kind of take all your tackle with you. It's almost like a fly vest, but a PFD at the same time. And we really like these low profile pockets, like this real large one in the front. It's perfect size for a cell phone. And these small mesh pockets on the front. It even comes with these little foam inserts that you can use to stick flies in, and you know, every feature you can imagine. There's, you know, just pockets everywhere coming out the front of this thing. But you know, more than the pockets that we love about this is, again, how comfortable it is. This is the kind of PFD you can wear all day long. Wide, padded, meshed shoulder pads for, you know, for ventilation, but also for padding. Adjustable shoulder pads too. That's always important. This adjustable belt is inside the PFD body. You know, you can see the foam, the mesh on the back of it. You know, again, for breathability. Also, you have one strap on the side, but then this is covered in a breathable. It's got like a honeycomb pattern material here that's breathable around all the way around the back. And what that does is it just, you know, snugs down on the sides of your body to fit your form. And this foam is also carved and also will bend to mold to fit your body style. So, you know, probably one of the most comfortable and functional PFDs that we tested, brand new out this year from Kokatat. This is the Leviathan, so you'll be able to check that out this spring. And like I said, we're real lucky. You know, you used to not have an excuse to not wear a PFD. They were uncomfortable, or you couldn't find the right size, or you couldn't find the right one for you. Well, there's no excuses now. There's something out there for everybody, and these are some of our favorites from this year. I'm Ric Burnley, and you're hooked up.